Hello guys, this is Ryo69501 and welcome to my Superman Doom Part 1. Well, before I start, the comic I'm gonna display, I guess I displayed it before, but in this case, it calls for it. So what I'm gonna display is, I guess you all remember this one, that had Superman 75. So I'm gonna put it here. Why I'm displaying that comic book? Well, because of the Superman Doom. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you my thoughts or explain a little bit about what Superman Doom is about. So before I start, let's see how I can do this. That will make it a little more easier. Okay, here's Superman Doom Part 1. The only thing that has in common between the new Doomsday and the old Doomsday is two things: Doomsday and Superman. That's about it. So once that you start reading this one, it's completely different as this one. So don't think that this story is gonna be like this one, because it's not. Believe me, it's not. It's not even close. Yeah, the only thing that they are resemble, like I said, Doomsday, Superman, and the punches. But that's about it. Because on this story, the whole story arc of the Death of Superman was basically, remember those old arcade games named Punch Out? Well, that's what this comic book what it's about. I mean, the whole story arc on the Death of Superman was basically a punch out between Superman and Doomsday. So finally they kill each other by punching each other till death. But here it's not. So I'm going to start. Now remember, this is not a remake of the Death of Superman at all. Okay, so like I said before, it starts over here. After all those prelude that they published, so the story starts just right in the island of the Bahamas, that Paradise Island that got destroyed by Doomsday on the previous comic book, on the prelude. So Superman goes there. There are some fire jets going to the action. The thing is that this Doomsday is different as this one over here. Let me explain. According to what I understood, basically it's the same Doomsday. It just like it evolved. The Doomsday that we knew here, at least for me, in my case, it was like on the early stages. Let's call it like a baby Doomsday. So here, he's basically evolved to be a mature Doomsday. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm going to try to make sense out of this. So the thing is that the new Doomsday is the same one that before, just it has evolved. That's why it looks a bit different. Also, that's what I understood. So I don't know the other stories of the Doomsday before the New 52 and the year 2000. I know that there were few stories of Doomsday, but I never read it, so I don't know if from this Doomsday between the New 52 and this one has evolved a little bit or was just the same up to here. So I don't know. So the thing is that Doomsday is on the island. The thing is that Doomsday, where he's at, he released kind of like energy, heat energy, so strong that would turn stone into metal, or sand into metal, or water will make the water boil. Actually, oceans. Part. So, actually, he doesn't need. Actually, Doomsday doesn't have to punch anybody because he just by walking close to you, you die, because it's kind of like it absorbs your life force at the same time that he's burning. So it takes your life. Actually, Doomsday kills everybody twice in one punch. In a sense, he absorbs your life force. While he's absorbing your life force, he's burning you. So by the time, so he's killing you twice. So Superman shows up, and they start fighting as we are expecting. I have to say that the fight was a lot different than this one here. If I had to compare, I would say that the fights on these both stories, I would say that they are good. I mean, this was one from the 90s. This one is the new one. But basically, I would say that this fight here, although it was a little bit more shorter, it was more epic, in my opinion. So don't expect to fight to take 7 issues, because it's not. The fight only lasts on this issue only. So the thing is that Doomsday, somehow he managed to learn. I don't know if it is somebody else doing it or not. He managed to open kind of like a portal, so he can go from one place to the other without jumping, kind of like a boom tube. The story, I really like the story. I mean, like I said, it's a different Doomsday. Yeah, it's still the same, but it just has evolved according to the story, like I said before. And also, I'm sorry, it's Monday. The fight was very intense. I really liked the fight, and I like the way. And actually, I don't think I'm going to spoil it because it's Monday, so I assume that almost everybody have read it. I don't know how Doomsday is going to recover from the beat up that got from Superman, because I don't know how he's going to recover from that, because we all know that every time that Doomsday dies, he gets immune by it. I don't know how he's going to get immune by the way that he died on this issue, because believe me, it was not funny. So once that Superman managed to kill Doomsday on the end of the story in Smallville, actually took the fight from the Bahamas to outer space to Venus, from Venus all the way back to Smallville. So they were fighting all over the place. Once that Superman managed to kill Doomsday, Doomsday releases some kind of like a disease, and Superman, he breathed or absorbed that disease, kind of like yes, it is a disease. So he absorbed, he kind of breathed all that Doomsday was releasing, because Superman doesn't want nobody else to die. Although Superman on this issue, he feels guilty because he managed to save 3 people from the jet planes, but he feels guilty because almost the whole population of the small islands in the Bahamas got killed. So we still, at least in my case, I still see Superman learning. I mean, like I said before, he's still naive, so he's still inexperienced on the Superman business, at least how far he can go with his power. So once the Superman absorbed that disease that Doomsday released, well, also we get to see here Steel. still go to fight Doomsday, although he only lasted, what, maybe 5-10 seconds, which everybody was surprised about. We also get to see Wonder Woman fighting Doomsday. We also get to see the whole Justice League. I like that. I like that because there's a part of the story where Superman is talking with every single member of the Justice League, including Hal Jordan. Although Hal Jordan, he was part of the reunion as a hologram, because we all know that he's in outer space fighting the Uprising. But he says, look, I wish I can be there, but I cannot because I'm busy over here. But I wish I can find the other lantern, or the Red Lantern that they might, that I think that they're not going to be very much help for you. So, but you got the rest of the team. So they're all talking about Doomsday, which I like that. We get to see the whole Justice League together. So after the fight is over, Doomsday is dead. This starts the infection. The thing is that once the Superman absorbed that germ or whatever, so Superman is beginning to see changes on him, especially on his temper. We all know that Superman has a little bit of bad temper, but here he's out of control. So we see that he's changing psychology and physically. He's changing. He sees that he cannot control his temper. His body's changing. It's starting to look like, he's starting to see that little bit of bones is coming out of his hand. So he's kind of turning into Doomsday, in a way. And also, Clark Kent, he went back to work with the Daily Planet, which was cool. So it was fun. That was nice. So we get to see Clark Kent back to Daily Planet as a reporter. So I don't know what Clark Kent is going to do with Lana Lang on the website. Also, we get to see that Lana Lang and Lois Lane, they met for the first time on the New 52. So that was good. I like that. We get to see that Lois Lane, she sees Lana Lang like, whoa, she kind of like Superman, you know, kind of like a jealousy, you know. The feelings that nobody talks about, but it's there. Let's see what else. We get to see that Veritas, that's the most intelligent scientist on the planet Earth, which happens to be on Superman's Fortress of Solitude. She's worried about Superman, about the changes, the physical changes that he's having, and also part 2 of Infected. Here we get to see that after part 1, we see that Wonder Woman, she's kind of worried about Superman. Everybody's worried about him, especially Wonder Woman and Batman. So Wonder Woman's goal needs help from Batman, asking some advice. Look, why do you think that is going on? Because I don't know what's happening with Clark Kent. So there you see what's happening with Superman. Actually, Batman explained to Wonder Woman what's going on. Look, he absorbed that virus to protect mankind, but he got infected himself. So that disease is taking over Superman's mind. It's not just like a, let's call it like a, it's not like a cold, you know, you just take a couple of aspirin and it's over. Well, it's not. So Batman explained Wonder Woman, look, this is what's going on. Superman, after he kills Doomsday, he absorbed all that disease. Now he's changing. Now, psychology-wise, he's getting out of control. I can help you. But Wonder Woman says, no, I can deal with it. So finally, Wonder Woman finds Clark Kent in his apartment. And his apartment is all upside down. I don't know how the neighbors did not hear the sound, but it's comfortable. So they start to talk. And while being there, we get to see again for the second time that Superman, he's still jealous about Batman. Not because Batman is the best guy, because Superman knows that Batman is after Wonder Woman. So that happens before on one of the stories, one of the crossover, I think it was that Superman lost control and told Batman, look, I know that you're after Wonder Woman, but she's mine only and mine only. Well, the same thing happened here. So Batman sees that and says, well, what is it? I mean, are you out of your mind? So Wonder Woman gets pissed off. He said, look, Batman, just go. Just get out of here. Go, 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 go. So Batman just walk away. I mean, I don't know how anybody can tell that to Batman, and actually Batman paid attention to it. Nobody tells Batman, go. He tells you, go. Or nobody tells him to go. But in this case, well, it happens. I guess there's a first time for everything. So, they are talking. So Superman, Superman's like, look, I know that Batman is after you, and you're not going to want me anymore because I'm not pretty anymore, or good looking, and look at me, how I'm changing, and not just one, and also because you get to see that Superman, he wants to die. You didn't know that. You see, he used Wonder Woman's lasso. While he's talking to Wonder Woman, you see Superman playing with the lasso, so eventually he tied him up himself around his neck and tells Wonder Woman, kill me. Because Superman knows that he's dying. There's no cure for his sickness. So Wonder Woman starts talking to him, look, this is not going to happen, we're going to fight it together, we're going to find a way. Batman tells me this and that, and you have to control the virus. The virus is taking over your mind, because there's a big fight between Wonder Woman and Superman. Oh, believe me, Superman wants to kill Wonder Woman. So their fight, their argument, that love-hate relationship. So, I love you, but I hate you at the same time. Well, same thing. So once the Wonder Woman convinced Clark Kent or Superman, look, you have to control the virus. Make sure he doesn't take over your mind. That's what Superman did. Eventually, he controlled the virus, and he went back to being normal. Kind of like, I don't know how I can compare it to. Nothing comes into my mind right now. That's okay. So, the comic book ends that finally Superman controlled the virus, so he went back to normal. But he tells Wonder Woman, look, even though I controlled it to some point, the virus it wants to come out again. So the whole story is going to be about Superman turning or trying not to turn into Doomsday, because the main story of Superman and Doomsday, it was here. So it's over. The whole story will go with the infection. So believe me when I say that this story is not this story. So that one is completely different as this one. So the whole story will go with Superman's sickness, how is somebody gonna find a way how to cure him. I don't know what's gonna happen with Doomsday. Also, we get to see that I don't know if that they did it there because they have to, or it's part of the story. But in my way, I don't know if they make any sense. But once that Lois Lane, she goes to Smallville with Lana Lang after they met for the first time, because she's a reporter and all that. So we see that Louisa Lane, she's using her powers that Brainiac give her, because Lois Lane, she's still infected with, or she's still controlled by Brainiac. So she's kind of like sending data back to whoever it is, which I believe is Brainiac, or someone else. I'm not sure what's going on there. So that's another side story, which I'm very intrigued about. And that's it. You know, I mean, overall, I have to say that I really like it. It was very original story. I thought it's going to be more or less like this one, but it's not. It's a completely different story. And I have to say that overall, from issue number 1 up to here, so far it's been a good read. I will give it 4 out of 5. It was good. I really like it. It was very enjoyable story. Yeah. And I thought that this story arc is going to be about 4 or 5 issues. Well, now it's going to be all the way to August, to the month of May, June, July. So we're gonna. So this whole story arc is going to take about, I don't know, there are 3, 6, about 12. For the next few months, we're going to have the story arc, which I'm happy. I'm glad, you know, that they did this. It was fun. Believe me. It was really fun. If you're not too sure, like, I don't know if I should get it, and you know somebody that had it or have it, go and borrow it. I said, look, do you have to, let me borrow it. Or you can always read it online. So, you know, there are ways to read it. And from there you can always decide what to do. Or you can always wait for the trade. Or you can just buy the part 1. If you like it, you can continue here. But remember, this is an open-end story. So on these 2 comic books is the beginning of the consequences of the fight between Superman and Doomsday. Well, guys, this is it. I hope that you like this video. Till then, bye.